Alright, we should be live. Let me know if things are working. And if they're not, if you're even there to tell me. Saw some error. Seeing an error on the live stream side on YouTube side? Are we seeing correct things on your end? Is it working? Is it working for you guys? Because it's not working for me. I'm glad you're here, by the way. Hello, Harsh. Hello, Callie. Yeah, I'm just seeing an error occurred. Please try again later. But I'm afraid to refresh because that's what streaming is. All right, you're good? All right, cool. We will mosey in that case. So, hey folks, welcome back to the Ultra Moon stream here. Hello, King Bowser. Good to see you. When last we left off, we had ourselves a somewhat mixed up team from what we've been traveling with. We now have Scout and Krahe, both added, I believe, in the last episode. Scout a little bit behind on levels, that's all right. And we are heading off to Po Town, which I recall being a dungeon that I really liked when I played through Moon originally. So I'm hoping that it lives up to my memories. Sneasel, Callie, Sneasel like the very end of the game, right? Like Victory Road kind of area. So in that case, I probably would not replace any team members, just because I don't want to train someone up in like the very last episode, probably. Carnivine, hello. Yeah, I'm glad you'd be here, Bowser. This is streaming times are a little weird now that, you know, I'm off work for the summer. Still aiming for vague Friday afternoons, but the past couple afternoons I've had things going on that required me to go earlier. Yeah, that's a good point about Carnivine being her fave. And this is a necklace. Okay, so because of Defiant, I got a sharp boost instead of or in addition to the drops. So I don't have 2 stages, just have 1. Because that Intimidate still happened. Good to know. Let's check out this Corkscrew Crash business. Yeah, Carnivine, Game Freak has not done Carnivine any favors, because Carnivine is really hard to find in Gen 4, and I don't know where else to find it. Something Giga Drill Baker. Giga Drill Baker is in fact what I said there. Is it that makes sense, it'd be in the swamp route. Maybe I should do grass if I inevitably, if I get to 4th gen Monotype, maybe I should do grass there, I don't know. So I can use the Carnivine. He's got such internalized self-hatred. I'm never gonna get sick of that. Whoever on the music committee decided to just put samples of someone saying, yeah, is A+. Hey, speaking of dark types. Let's see. Ooh, that poor thing. Ooh, Brick Break's gonna do real good against Poniard. Nice, Scout. Nice. So it looks like Scout is actually kind of on par with the rest of the trainers here. So that's fun. Everyone else is far too strong. Oh man, look at this guy wearing sandals in the rain. Grim. So yeah, this is Po Town. And honestly, I think it's pretty dope. I will elaborate on that after this cutscene. Climb over. Yeah, so Po Town, it's the kind of rare dungeon in a Pokemon game that is not just like a cave or a single large building. It is a town with multiple separate buildings, and that's a fresh and unique aesthetic for a dungeon in a Pokemon game. I haven't played a ton of like RPGs in general, but I can't think of any off the top of my head that use an entire town as a single unified dungeon. And that may just be due to my lack of experience. Yeah, I would. This is probably the self-corporation of this game. I think we're going to fight Guzma at the end of this. But it is, it's a big showdown in an area infested with members of the evil team. But it's not just, here's their building that they live all in, or, the one place that they have taken over. It is a town. Yeah, and I think the first time I played through with it, I was just like, wow, that's so novel. It's entirely possible, Hedgie, that the actual dungeon design doesn't actually live up to the promise. I don't know. We will see. This thing could be an Ariados. If it wanted to be. If it believed in itself. Oh yeah, and the music is good too. I mean, the thunderstorm helps, but you can hear there's like a solemn piano in there. It's not the dire it's not even the bip bop of Team Skull. It's a solemn piano. This is not going to go well for him. you know, these single Pokemon trainers really lend themselves well to being bowled over by Z moves. I feel like, in terms of, you know, resource management, which always feels like a kind of weird term, but resource management, managing the amount of Z moves you have, the same number of Pokemon at the same level, just in a single trainer fight instead of multiple, would be harder, just because you don't replenish Z moves. Even if you can't heal in between the battles, you get a Z move back. And they must have been aware of that in designing. Anyway, we've got here a Pokemon Center. Again, really cool thing they've done here. They've, you know, taken something that we know as, like, oh, this is the place where we go and heal. And perverted it. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, and you can pay just a tiny amount to get a full heal, which is neat. You know, it's like a dime. There's a sticker. I still really like these guys. They're fun. I was browsing Bulbapedia a little bit before, and it looked like there was a way to get the Team Skull outfit. Maybe that's only after you clear out the dungeon. But I would very much like that. What's up? Okay, later. Alright, cool. Yeah, I guess the International Police Cali have other things to investigate, such as interdimensional portals. And I don't know, Alola's kind of out of the way. Maybe they're more focused on metropolitan areas like Kalos. There's multiple paths. Non-linearity, oh my goodness. I should go in there. Didn't I? So that's progress. Right there. It's gonna be a double battle? Yeah, it is. Pour one out for the frame rate. Imagine the rain can't be helping here in terms of frame rate. Actually, this ain't bad. This... Oh, I spoke too soon. Oh, boy. The rain cannot be helping. Man, this would be overkill on that Eradicate, frankly. The crust. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, crusty frame rate, yes. For sure. There are many, many adjectives that we could use to describe this frame rate. Chief among them, bad. Also applicable, not good. Oh, BT Dub, seeing Crazy out here reminded me. I took a look at the first episode of Princess Tutu, which is on Verve. Only the dub is streaming, and the dub has a couple quirks that were really bothering me. But like, so like I haven't continued it past the first episode, partly because I also need to finish rewatching Evangelion to keep up with the Waypoint podcast. But the dub had a couple weird quirks, like notably, like clearly in the original Japanese, first off they call her Duck rather than Ahiru, which is fine. But the way she refers to the Prince character, very clearly in the original Japanese, it was whatever his name, Senpai, and they're using that honorific. But in the dub, it's like senior blah blah blah, and it just doesn't flow at all because that's not how people speak English. And that just continuously bothered me, frankly, more than it probably should have. It's not a deal killer for sure, but it's like maybe a remnant of a bygone era when it comes to that kind of thing. But like I could feel the translation, I guess. Yeah, also just, doesn't have to do with dub. I did not understand I guess it was supposed to be funny, their, like, Mr. Cat teacher man, like, threatening to make people marry him. It's just, they keep saying it, and I don't know what the joke is supposed to be. Just real weird. So it just, especially as someone who is a teacher, it just comes off as real skeevy, and I don't know, I don't get it. Yeah, that's unfortunate to hear. Because they were pushing it really hard in episode 1. They were like every 30 seconds. And I mean, I can deal with bad, like, things that are bad in a series. I can put up with things like that. Like, My Hero Academia is really good, even though Purple Grape Diaper Baby exists. But if Mr. Cat is somehow the key to everything and solving everything and all the problems of the plot, yeah. But yeah, I'm keeping it on my list. I think I'm gonna wrap up Ava. I'm probably gonna focus on someone talked me into watching Stranger Things while I was on my vacation next week, so I'm probably going to prioritize that. There's too many things to watch, is the problem. It's just a major issue. So yeah, I'm definitely seeing the limitations of the dungeon design here that was mentioned. In that this is, for a town, quite a linear dungeon. It's basically clear out one area, move on to the next area. Whereas I feel like, you know, you've got different buildings that you could use as landmarks. You know, this could be an interesting non-linear dungeon where you go back and forth between areas and, I don't know, find a key in one building and bring it to another. But looks like that's not really what's happening. I'm supposed to get over there, I wonder. I wonder if there's a side door. Callie, there's been a couple good video essays on kind of the evolution of video game music since the 8-bit days. Most recently, one put out by, I think it's like Video Game Music Theory or some channel of that sort, and how it's complicated. It's in part, but not completely, due to evolution of sound technology, but also what artists are going for in various games. It's also that, you know, I've been playing Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, etc. for 20 years now. I remember those songs very well because I've been hearing them for 20 years. That sticker. Is that a... No, that's a wall. A little hard to tell. Alola, Jim. Welcome to Po Town. Population 23, apparently, I guess, according to Wikipedia. A wonderful scenic vista for all the tourists. Really love a better dark type movement assurance. Uh-oh. Important questions, here we go. Oh yeah, the switch light is the thing that was mentioned. Whew! Whew, doggy. Alright, yowza. Jim, I have noticed that actually my whole team is dark type. That is, in fact, because this is a dark type monotype. That's the point of the playthrough. Yes. So the switch light, I mean, it's not something that I need, but clearly it's something that people are interested in, and having a more portable, definitely better battery life, option, no problem. I guess I heard that there is talk of a Pro being announced at some point in the future as well, which I'd need to be sold on that, just because I'm happy with what I've got so far. Oh, no. I guess wonder trading is kind of the hip thing to do on Pokemon streams, but no, I'm actually playing the game. I know, what a concept. Where's my... Am I low on potions? No, I have hyper potions. Maybe I should get some weaker potions too, though. Poison Jab. Okay. People remember that because my memory is terrible. Yeah, I hadn't thought about limited Wi-Fi capabilities on the Switch Lite, just because I haven't used any sort of internet on my Switch other than downloading from the eShop, because I'm too cheap to pay for Nintendo Online. I guess that's something that, I don't know, probably people who play Smash Brothers could talk about, because that seems like a game that actually... Weird, alright. Okay. Are we... Okay. Why does he keep on staring at me? Does he see how hot I am or something? Okay, imagine if we go over to the other guys, like, why is he waving at me? I think there's two levels of humor here. One, that he's so egotistical that he thinks it's about his looks, and two, that they all look the gosh darn same. This guy's definitely taking a whiz. Yeah, I could... Is the Switch Wi-Fi worse than, like, the Wii U Wi-Fi? So, you know, I did play a little bit of Mario Kart Online on the Wii U, and it seemed fine. Like, I'm not particularly good at Mario Kart, so I might not have noticed, but it seemed fine. Yeah, Switch Pro would need to be a significant improvement for me to be interested, I think. Like, if it could boost Breath of the Wild from a 30 FPS game to a 60 FPS or something, that'd be cool. But that's a huge ask. I imagine a Switch Pro might be more for the sake of handheld mode rather than dock mode, and being able to manage maybe a stronger or more consistent frame rate in handheld mode for certain games. Hound Hour, I want one of those. I have been actually pretty good about checking Poképelago, and I have not encountered any Hound Hour. Yeah, Demon X Machina is a Platinum game, right? So that would definitely want a consistent, ideally 60 frame rate. Is it treasure? What's the, Oh, is Astral Chain the Platinum game? Sorry, I get them mixed up because I don't care about either of them. Tapu Koko. Okay, so this is an actual semi-legit puzzle. Today's secret Team Skull password is Tapu Koko. Remember, a true Team Skull member always butts head and answers with a hearty no. So, they're gonna ask me a follow-up question, and you have to say no, even though it seems like yes should be the right answer. What's there a distinction here? These passwords. Okay, Poison Jam. I guess there are 2 passwords. Well, that's one way to make sure we don't go the wrong way. Yeah, some people can't handle anime. And it's a tragedy. And as a die-hard fan of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, that game is extremely anime. Let's see what this will look like. Nah, Sludge Bomb Special, right? Yeah. OMG. Perfect, beautiful. I semi-remembered that joke was coming. It's still very good. So Sean, I love Xenoblade Chronicles 2 for all of its faults, and there are faults with basically every aspect of it. Like, name anything about that game and there are problems. Like, you know, there's a teenage looking girl who's actually hundreds of years old, and she turns into a sword, and she is scantily clad and huge chest, and that's extremely anime. And she's a great, well-written character, and I love her. No, I didn't bother, like, you know, opening non-paid loot boxes, basically. Like, some people, and I don't fully understand these people, just really want absolute 100% completion, and they'll, like, get a living dex for all 7 generations of Pokemon released up until that point. But that's ridiculous. Who would do that? I don't know what the distinction was. Maybe it's just because it was total random chance, whereas completing the national dex, I could actually employ a periodic strategy for the most part. You know, I played through the game, loved it. I played through the DLC, loved it. Still have it in the back of my mind, oh, maybe I'd want to do a series for the channel, but it's kind of serious that I'd want to do a lot of work on, make sure I do the game justice, because I love it. That's not something I really have time for. I don't know this move. What is this? No. Yeah, I mean, So my living dex, I basically only created it in time for it to not matter anymore. Because I finished it as Gen 7 was about to come out. And Gen 7, you can get the Shiny Charm for completing the Alola Dex rather than a full living, like a full Pokédex National Dex. So, like, it never really did me much good. This goes. No, not too bad. I didn't do any sort of EV training or anything on Scout here, so pretty happy with the damage that I'm seeing. How dare you, Grimer? Yeah, Metal Claw, for reasons that I'm not entirely clear on, has 95% accuracy? Don't fully understand. Yeah, Mario Maker 2, that is a game that I've looked through the window at it. Like I'm change metaphors, I'm behind a chain link fence looking, and I can buy the key for $60 plus $20 to subscribe to Nintendo Online. It's like, I don't actually like Mario that much. Like, I play a Zelda Maker, but Mario, I don't really like that much. He's okay. Oh, yeah, no, I haven't been working on Witcher at all. You know what I've been working on? You know what I did to myself? Is that I downloaded Final Fantasy XIV, and that's what I've been doing. Because that's a very good game to listen to podcasts to. And I realized that it's only slightly hypocritical to be like, I'm not sure I want to pay for a subscription to Nintendo Online, and then talk about downloading Final Fantasy XIV, which I've only got the trial for. I haven't actually spent money on it yet. No. I already said no. That means I go in, right? Man, alright. Okay. I guess I'll answer yes. There's a jab. Oh, I missed this password. I mean, I think it's a random guess. Alright, I'm gonna find that second password. Here it is. Here we go. That was actually kind of well hidden. Bounce feet. Alright. I already said alright. Do I need to get the passwords right and then say no? Because if you open with no, then you don't get to proceed. There we go. Alright. I think it's a bit misleading to have a yes-no question at the beginning. It's one of those things where I have all the information and I know what I want to do with it. 50. But it's not clear when it's asking for each piece. I always like it when building-based dungeons have you go outside. Espeon is good, actually. I'll fight you. Unless you mean shiny Espeon. I don't actually remember shiny Espeon green. I haven't looked at kind of how their color palettes look in 3D. I remember shiny Espeon being a better green than shiny Dragonite. It's kind of a brighter green. I could be wrong. Little sound. That's like a defense lower. Special defense lower. No. I don't need that at all. Do we know if I'm gonna get any better steel type moves than Metal Claw? 'Cause Metal Claw is thoroughly bleh. I feel like Steel's a mostly defensive type. Can't think of anything other than like Iron Tail. It's high base power. Or Iron Head, yeah, Iron Head, I guess. Mega Bakufan Bisharp actually is available in the wilds pretty rarely in the area right outside Potown. So we spent the end of last session running around in circles and looking for one, and eventually found one. For some reason, it's Bisharp and not Ponyard that you can find. And it is an under-leveled Bisharp. For, again, reasons that I'm not entirely clear on. Alright, good to have you around, Hedgie. Yeah, that's the thing. 5th gen Pokemon tend to evolve at pretty high levels, and that's fine in isolation when the entire like experience curve of the game is built around those. But it's kind of harder to mesh those with previous games. Oh man, are those all individual Buginium Zs? I thought he was collecting shards of a single one, Inuyasha style. Here we go. Guzma is here to wreck all of our shit. Let's try out that cross scissor, see what happens. Not great, okay. Aha. Oh man, what is the name of the skull guy? Because I'm so glad that he's a person who's getting the credit he deserves. We want something with aerial. Let's just go Donna. Donna is powerful and strong and cool, and she hasn't done much this episode. Let's save the Z move for his later Pokemon, no? Oh, with a 3-shot, I don't like that. Alright, change of plans. Okay, what's the artist? Game Freak as Minako Adachi. Okay. I mean, it seems weird that they would credit Game Freak and not the specific composer. Are you sure Minako Adachi is not the composer? I know, it would require Googling, and I'm playing a video game right now, so... Sorry, buddy, Masquerade. Squid of Aerial Ace as well, yes. I feel like the credits must be, like, just available somewhere. Let's see what happens here. This Masquerade could be a problem. Priority moves? No, I don't. Okay, I think... Yeah. noticing a lot of my team is pretty fragile. Gertrude should be able to take a hit or two, I think. He hasn't healed. You're not convinced with... I don't know if we're gonna get a Sableye for the end of the game, but I just happen to really like Sableye, so that's why Gemini is here. Yeah, I feel like there's complexity to Guzma's battle theme that I'm not hearing a lot of. Because all I hear is a ba da ba 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 da. Callie, if I said that at any point, I was either lying for dramatic effect, or I have grown as a person since I said that. Because I mean, Mawile is my favorite Pokemon, to be clear. But I like Sableye, for sure. Alright, Poison, there we go. Don't have a full restore. Outsped it last time. There we go. We would call that actually slander, Callie, was the term we would use to describe that statement that you just said. I have none of that. None of that in my life. Now, is he talking to himself, or is he shouting his own name like a Pokemon? Take one of these, thanks. Cool. Alright, and let's just backtrack through the dungeon. Would have been nice if they would have been nice if they cleared out that chandelier. Oh, no, so that we could just walk down, but nope. Yeah, so still, I think, a nice set piece. The layout of the outside area is a little bit disappointing, but still enjoyable. I liked it. They're really emphasizing that that crystal on his neck. Well, I wonder what that could be. Do you have any idea? Hey, Nanu. saw. Hey there, what are you up to? I'm not doing this. Oh, here's the guy who's waiting. Alright, why don't we go see if we can purchase our new digs. First off, heal, yeah. Yeah, I like Nanu. Nanu in a game that has characters like Hal, who are like, oh man, I love being here and doing things. Nanu's just like, I'm so done. I don't want to be here. I'm so tired. Alright, guess we can't get the clothes yet. Check for items because we never actually went up here. There's berries. that was fast. There's any items up there, so I guess we're going back to Nanu's house, right? Aha! Maybe the police station. Is this where he still lives? I feel like I forgot where I was going, which is entirely possible. Yeah, I did notice the glowing eyes. I wasn't sure if that was just, that was just because it was talking. But yeah, let's do the lotto. I don't know what that means. Stealth. Is that like a repel? Yeah. Okay, so we're like going to Nanu's house, right? That was the idea. Did I miss where that was? Already over here. There wasn't any house. Or is it over... Is it on the beach? Over where the, Accelera? Oh no, is it over here? Is this his house? No, this is just it. I wasn't paying very close attention. Or any sort of attention. I should really just have looked at that flag. So I even went to that screen before. I just forgot. No, we're not going to Nanu's house. We're going to return the young goose. That's what we're doing. I can play video games designed for children. I'm a capable adult. Wow, that's impressive. Given what we know about Hal. Is this the only, like... I mean, there's some time travel. I can't think of any other places in the series or this game where we've had a flashback like this. Howdy, Olivia. Glad you could be here. I think we're... Are we getting into the Aether Foundation business? Is that what we're doing? Or are we chasing after Plumeria? His default face still smiles, though. Okay, I don't know how this is going to help you practically. Maybe it's going to help you emotionally, but... Okay, so, I remember from the last time we fought, we had a Zoroark illusion. So I was bamboozled. I'm going to try out a Brick Break and see if it's the Zoroark. Nope, it's an actual Golbat. Nice. Oh yeah, the levels definitely got a little bit higher. I think Guzma's was at like high 30s, 40-ish maybe? 42 now. I don't know. This is a decent level. My team is still floating around 43, I think, other than our star player Scout here. Okay, no illusions this time around. That's weird. I kinda would have expected them to, like, check if you remembered. Weird. Let's see if this thing's got Brick Break or something. Nope. Doesn't seem to have much of anything. There we go. Okay, so here's a question. Is that Duskstone available yet? So I would love to grab that first, but I have a feeling it might be only after we fight the Kahuna here. So we're just gonna do our thing. I believe in you, Gladian. No, there's not. Hi there. Alright, see you, Bowser. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, that eyebrow is so good! Hello. So, Nanu here is the Dark type trial leader, I believe. Which means that this is our best bet at getting mirror matches, but I've gotten to a point where it's like, mirror matches are generally not going to be advantageous for me to try to get into position for if I've got a set Pokemon swapping setting. Oh, I didn't pay attention to this ball throwing. I should do that next time around. I do have to say, the trial leader battle music here does not fit Nanu's vibe at all. Hey, Gemini still got a level out of that non-mirror match. Okay. So this one's got Earthquake. How come Mom lets you have Earthquake, Nanu? This thing's faster than me. Alright, got real high attack. Let's not blow it. Let's check out this animation. Oh. Well, I didn't get to see his animation. Oh well. Ooh, here we go. Let's see what this dark type Z move looks like. Black Hole Eclipse. That's so good. Let's see. Just a little bit lower in level here. Decent hit. Alright, change plans. Let's go defensive with Gertrude. This one. Loved poison on either of those hits, though. Made this a surefire KO. Yeah. Bad luck on the poison. Oh! Rude. There we go. Yeah, no poison touch, but on the other hand, Poison Fang, the move that I'm using a lot here, is dope because it badly poisons the opponent. Rude. Which is better than normal poison, and there's, you know, if he had poison touch, then it'd be possible that I'd aim for a bad poison and end up with normal poison, which is not the worst thing in the world, but... Howdy, Luca. Look, at what I know about that is that it's a racist meme, so it's not really something that I engage with. feel like we've been through this foul play rigmarole several times. The higher the target's attack stat, the greater the power move. Don't. Too much complication. Hey, he smiled. There we go. At last. So now we've got ourselves the Dark type Z move, which I'm thinking maybe put that on Gertrude. I love him doing the doof, and I love Gladian's response. I love him doing the doofy thing, even though he's usually such a serious character. And he's like, yeah, congratulations, or whatever. See, now I think he's forcing himself to smile. Alright, this is the plot twist. Here we go. Oh right, I forgot that Gladian was like affiliated with Team Skull and an antagonist. Because he was so clearly telegraphed to not be that. Alright, so... do I have a Poisonium Z, or whatever they call those things? Just thinking about how Gertrude could use one of those. Okay, so what's everybody's hold items right now? Do they like all have Z moves? Steel. I could put it on Greyheat. Oh no, we'll play it by ear. Yeah, I'm sure in the right situation, foul play could be really useful. It's just, it requires me to think about what's happening on the other side. And here we're getting away with the pretense that Aether group is good. It's like, immediately once we're here, like, dropping any sort of pretense that they're good aligned. Okay. Let's break that brick. Ah. Oh yeah, actually Z-move Moxie combo could be really good. That's a good point. Maybe I will stick it on there. So I am astonished that I still have Astonished on Donna. Although a Moxie Z move could also be really good. Still the best animation in the game right there. Let's put this Darkinium Z on Krayhi. I didn't restock on healing items in between the Po Town and Aether Paradise, so we'll see how that goes for me. Maybe different. I love how the crates are also pure white. Full Society of Light here. Ooh, we could have a good combo here, I'll bet. Dark followed by Cross Scissor. Followed by a Brick Break. Either one could work. I'm trying to sense a theme to the Pokemon so far that the Aether employees have. I'm not sensing one yet. And I guess the idea... I forgot how good the animation is. I guess the idea that, you know, Aether Paradise is a place for restoration and rehabilitating various Pokemon from all over. So I guess the theme is everything in the kitchen sink. This is about the time when I feel okay switching to other Pokemon for super effectives. Scout will still get plenty of experience, hopefully. Still want to know how Nanu's Crocodile or whatever had Earthquake. Ooh, nice slash. Yeah, get rid of payback. We don't need that. Alright, let's get wild here. Let's try out our Black Hole Eclipse with Moxie. It's weird, this animation feels like it should be special, even though it's running off a physical move. 46 all over. I think I need mean luck if I were more into catching things on this run, maybe. Alright. Now I just wait on the elevator there while I check for stuff. Yeah, I know Game Freak is very particular about how many animations it wants to make. But, I mean, maybe this was a misconception that I was under. I thought the special and physical Z moves had different animations. But I guess that's not the case. I know that non-damaging Z moves just have, like, super-powered tail whip. Yeah, so that was my misconception that I labored under for years. This really is just whatever Pokemon they could think of, huh? I don't know if we've ever used this Shattered Psyche here. Let's check it out. I think we're still going to be fine on experience on levels. Callie, why do you hate Psycho Cut? I understand some of the things that you dislike, but Psycho Cut? It's just a move. What did it ever do to you? Oh. Is this a Galliot-related story? Oh, Cadaver. Yes, also. Yeah, I'll admit, I forget how well they explained that mechanical change when Gen 4 came around. You know, this game's came out 13 years ago or whatever. Yeah, what the heck? I don't know if we've used Never Ending Nightmare either, so let's try out all these Z moves that we got. Pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, I mean, yeah, I'm sure it was in the manual, but usually, you know, they have the trainer school, but I don't remember if there was a mandatory tutorial on it. A Mimikyu will be at the thing. I don't think I have any reason to grab Mimikyu Z Crystal, given that Mimikyu is a ghost type, and this is a dark thing. It's Ghost Fairy, rather. That's a different model. I mean, again, I'm not really a completionist, so I don't like I could grab it, but there's not really any reason for me to do so. Much like, you know, I could collect all the Arceus plates, but why? Yeah, I forget when I first learned. I probably learned the term stab, 4th generation, but I feel like I knew about it beforehand. No, Battle Tree isn't really anything that interests me either. I'm here to... I play Pokemon games for the story. Believe it or not. Okay, let's replace poison gas with that while I'm thinking about it. Oh, not on Scout. Like, I'm gonna beat the Elite Four. Rainbow Rocket, I guess, is post game, so I'll do that. Just because that's something I haven't experienced before, and it's, I don't know, maybe it's worth it. The Battle Tree is not anything I care about. No. Oh man, he timed that line to make sure that the elevator started moving at just the right point. Oh man, you probably shouldn't reveal that you're the last line of defense, my dude. Oh yeah, I mean, capitalism is still a problem in the world of Pokemon, even though socialized healthcare has luckily taken off. Let's go for a cross scissor. It's actually probably going to be stronger. I mean, the ability to capture strong and rare Pokemon is directly proportional to your ability to have better balls for catching them with, and you gotta pay for those with money. Healing items likewise cost money. Like not to go on full, you know, lefty rant, but, you know, the people who've achieved great things in the world of Pokemon battling, they worked really hard, but they also had a head start. They had benefits that the others did not. Maybe the last line of defense should have more than one Pokemon, just saying. Let me shrug. I don't understand really why he did that for us, but okay. I guess it's, haha, those kids are gonna get beat up so hard. Literally, is that how? I wonder if there is a healing spot anywhere here. Be nice to have. Oh man, triple battle maybe? No. If only. I mean, my 3DS would probably explode if it tried to do a triple battle here, but... yeah, a triple battle would be a slideshow, basically. But if it were an artsy slideshow... Oh, wow. That didn't do much at all. Okay. Man, it's almost like Muck is really good at defense. It's almost like that's been what Gertrude has been really good at. And I've relied on that. It's almost like that's the case. Good hit though. too. Oh boy. Alright. Oh man, a Crazy would have been great to bring in, but she's in bad shape. I don't think I have anyone else with ground moves though, so. Yeah, what the heck. Go ham. This one should be easier. Except for sturdy. Probably the Beast Ball. See, there's a Pokemon that actually feels like it's appropriate to the trainer. We've got a scientist with Porygon too, and it makes sense for once. Magneton also kind of makes sense. Muck, I don't know. Alright. Just barely. Yeah, you better run. Important character exposition. If we go back later, we can read a little bit about Type Null. I still get excited when a double team happens, when a double battle happens, even though I know that the 3DS will struggle, just because it's a way to shake things up. I should probably wreck both of them alone, but... I don't know why it's using Psychic there, but sure. Poison Fang slightly weaker than Crunch. Oh, significantly weaker, actually. If I'm not concerned about getting this thing poisoned, I should definitely just rely on Crunch. How Z-moved you? Is it a support Z-move, or a I'm gonna kill you Z-move? That seems like an unintended AI pathway. A reasonable stance. I wonder if it's this book. Alright, so I guess this was added for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Apparently this was not in Sun and Moon. But Professor Moan was one of the people working at the Aether Foundation. And I guess is Lucimine's lost husband, I think. I don't know if that's really revealed here. And now he heads up the Poképelago because he fell through an Ultra wormhole and got amnesia. Nothing in there, okay. Right. We're heading in. We'll see where we get to within the constraints of this session. Oh, are we going back to the... Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would call this low-key animal Pokemon abuse, frankly, because this is, like, explicit animal abuse. Sure, we found some deleted files in here. Cool. So I think these all have to do with, yeah, the Burger King pals. Yeah, the RKS system. Type Null created an attempt to imitate or perhaps replicate Arceus, the creator Pokemon. All three. Cool. Oh, we should look at this, shouldn't we? Log of F, probably Faba. Use a blog. Assume he took over for Moan. Yep, and there we go. Here's your, if you read, you find out before the proper revelation, I assume there's going to be a proper revelation, that Gladion and Lily are are the children of Lusamine. It's not just a diary, like a digital diary, it's a blog. I find that hilarious. Not going that way, are we? Yeah, I think we're going back to the main floor. I love all the shrugging that's going on. Hello, children. Also explicitly pointing out, hey, we're the bad guys. We have darkness in our hearts. Love it when the bad guys just acknowledge that they're the villains and don't actually believe that their cause is just. I was going through a period of self-doubt right now. I was having a tough time. Oh, look at that. Oh, no. Let's do it. Let's go wild. Let's do a Z move. I think we're gonna wrap up after this battle, most likely. So I think we're gonna be heading into a boss fight or 2 or 3. Can't believe Wick is evil. She looks so wholesome. Oh, wait, maybe she's not evil. Yep, again, more relatively foreshadowed, heavy-handed foreshadowing. Yeah, as foreshadowing goes, could be a lot worse. About the revelation of their parentage. Anyway, I think this is a good place to wrap up today's session. I'm gonna be off next week. I'm gonna be on vacation with my family in Michigan. So you'll probably see me on Twitter, but you won't see me streaming next Friday. But I should be able to stream Friday after that, if all goes as planned. So for the time being, thank you all for watching. And I will see y'all next time. Alola.